Let us close our eyes for a moment. Deep love, let us think of God. Let us chant Om 3 times together. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Good afternoon. Do you know, good afternoon is also a mistake now. You'll say why? Because of this machine and the live streaming. Because some people, if they're watching, for example, from India, it is their good morning. Like this. So if I tell good afternoon, I'm telling only you, not to everybody. So better not to say. That is why silence is much better than speaking. Or to speak less than God gave the mouth to speak, we have to. There is nothing wrong. But what to speak, how much to speak, how to speak, when to speak, that is more essential than just speaking for speaking's sake. So instead of telling good afternoon or good morning, good life, good meditation. There is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, I think, verse number, I don't remember. I'm not so good like Shri Gurudev. Gurudev quoted exact reference, whether it is from the Bible, from the Upanishad, from Bhagavad Gita, from exact reference. Do you know, I had a belief or a thought in me, maybe Gurudev did not read Ramacharitamanasa because he didn't speak so much. He didn't read. This was my thought in my young age. Later on, when I started reading, I found some verses, mostly Sanskrit verses, from Sri Ramacharitamanasa. Gurudev was chanting that. And it is not in the beginning, it is in the middle, towards the end. So, however, in the Bhagavad Gita, this verse which I am telling, it is about question and answer. But some holy personalities, they say, there is no need of that complete verse. Many of you know, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Then the holy personality is telling, tadvidhi pranipatena, finish. If you want to know that, that means divine, just bow. Just bow. It has few meanings. The one is to be humble. If you want to know, Jesus said, the camel can enter through the eye of the needle, but not a person of ego. Which is, it appears impossible for camel to pass through the eye of the needle. But the meaning is, a person of ego. However, let us come to our duty. Do not, I told this many times that the students have freedom, the teacher doesn't have. For example, in the program it is written 5 to 6. So you have to be there 5 to 6. And again it becomes a binding because of this live streaming also, because people must be waiting from 5 to 6. You have to be there. No freedom. And you listen to the teacher or not, it doesn't matter. The teacher is to talk. It was really very awkward for me in the beginning to have tele-talk. During those days, this live streaming was not there. Technology is changing. God is so kind. It is not. God is kind. All these, do not, anything is happening, it is God's wish. You will tell God's wish means it's creation of God. Everything is God. So in tele-talk, to hold a telephone and to talk to the wall, I grew up loving Jesus and the personified God, and found my passion there. Now I know that God is formless and energy all. Other than Gurus and the awe of creation, is there more I can do to place my passion for for growth. I think if I understood your question in the right way, because don't think that I understood and I know it. You need little further clarification. God is both impersonal and personified. Those who tell God is formless everywhere only, this is, to me, in my experience, my understanding, my love, it is truth, but it is incomplete. And those who say God is personified, it is also true, but it is also incomplete. God is both. God is both personified and impersonal. God is both formless and with form. You will ask little question counter or to clarify, how is it possible for the same one to be both? It is possible. Being omnipotent, what is impossible for God? If we accept God is omnipotent, is it impossible for God? So the story ends. My dear one who asked this question, did we ever tell while teaching Kriya, don't love Jesus? Huh? Love. And I love Jesus. I love Jesus, like anything. So, love God, love Jesus, love in your own way in which you grew up. There is nothing wrong. But at the same time, also accept what is both. There is no need of changing your. But didn't Jesus say that kingdom of heaven is within you? If kingdom of heaven is with me, isn't God within me? Jesus said, it is really very practical and if kingdom of heaven is within me, can I deny kingdom of heaven is within others? No, not in them. No. Didn't Jesus say, be perfect as my heavenly Father is perfect? We have to grow up. Intensify your practice and love. Today, we heard, so it is in plural. Intellect can be an obstacle to fully surrendering to God. The Gita says, use the sword of intellect to discriminate and roast the seed of desire. Please guide how to effectively use the intellect to develop surrender. My dear one, there is little confusion. The confusion is only theoretical intellect, only scriptural knowledge, only rationalistic outlook, just it is not enough. With theoretical knowledge, with intelligence, with this there will be the ego, I know it. My mother told, it is my mother's teaching. कही दौ थाई परकु बुद्धि न आसई घरकु. It is very easy to teach. You read and teach. People do it. There is nothing wrong in reading. You read it. But what is the purpose of reading? Just think. The purpose of intellect is to be united with the divine. United with divine means surrendering. Be very clear. The river surrenders completely to the ocean. And the river passes through lots of trouble. The ocean is water, the river is water, ocean is, but the river is going, and once it surrenders, if there is little more ego like Amazon, I have heard, the water of Amazon rushes into the ocean, and for a good distance, you can find the distinction. So it is a good ego, but not after complete surrender, because where there is ego, there is separative awareness. I am Amazon. I am water of Amazon. So intellect often breeds ego. That is the obstacle. And if the intellect turns yourself to God, God is everything. God is my life. God is my breath. I will not be too much, emotional, too much distracted, too much of worries. My goal is God. So, you know everything, please. I don't know anything. I contradict. Then there is a request. I will pray for you. What advice do you have to someone who is trying to rebuild their faith after enduring many difficulties? Do you know, in life, if you are really have endured difficulties in a very positive way, not in a negative, emotional way, difficulties will come. I was telling someone, do you know, among the divine incarnations, Lord Rama was the crying incarnation. He cried a lot. And so did Mother Sita. She cried a lot. Both cried a lot. Divine incarnation. What does it mean? Yes, difficulties, problems will come, and we have to pass through it. While passing through the difficulties, we should not forget our real goal. The goal is, and we have to pass through. Do you know, there is no one in this world who had no difficulties, no problem. No one. So, Shri Gurudev told, more the difficulties, it is a blessing of God. दुख यदि न पावे तो दुख तुम्हार घुचबे किसे? Shri Gurudev told, if you do not suffer You cannot be free from suffering. জলতে জলতে আগুনটারে শেষ করি দে একইবারে, ছাই হয়ে সে উঠবে যখন, তখন সে আর জ্বলবে না রে. This is Gurudev saying. In the same, you burn yourself with problem, difficulties, burn and burn, no problem. Just let the difficulties come. I will burn myself in the difficulty means I will give warmness of love. I will give warmness of love. I will give light. I will give light. Let the difficulty burn me completely. And I will not react. I will not, So, praying for you, be determined on your path. Don't allow your relationship with the beloved to be disturbed or distracted by any means. Does everything you do have a reason? It is this question of a cute little one, my little friend. Do you know? Yes. I fast for a reason. I eat for a reason. I eat a lot for a reason. I don't eat for a reason. I talk for a reason. I don't talk for a reason. So I read also for a reason. So there is a reason. My sweet one, you are sweet, cute, loving. Be good, grow up. That's it, really. Do you know, when I came to West, also in India, I met few, those who had the opportunity to sit on the lap of Gurudev. They have grown up, becoming big, successful. I don't know, one incident I'll tell you. I was during because nowadays I'm not traveling. Few years ago for some program, I was going to different centers in USA. And in one public program in one city, one gentleman came and he wanted to show me a photo. Can you imagine? Look at this picture. I saw Gurudev and one young, cute little boy sitting in the lap of Gurudev, and Gurudev is doing the first letter ceremony. What do you think of this person? I said, lucky boy. He said, that is me. He said, that is me. He's a doctor in USA. And I said, you? What happened to you? He said, I want to be initiated into Kriya Yoga. But the seed was there. So it sprouted at the right moment. So when I see the little children, I really have so much of dream, hope, and they should grow up. They should grow up. Not to be distracted with so-called other things, but more, if you see beautiful light in Jyoti Mudra, can you stay there and enjoy it? No. If it stays after your regular practice, very good, enjoy it. And not to stay in that technique. Should I worship God in traditional Hindu puja in addition to Kriya Yoga? If you are a Hindu, be a good Hindu, but meditate. Meditation is primary and puja is additional, not addition to Kriya Yoga. make Kriya Yoga and addition. If you are a Christian, be a good Christian, practice Kriya, do it. So follow your path and accelerate it with practice of Kriya Yoga. What do you do when you say love God during just to remind you that you are the presence of the divine. In you is the presence of divine. You are the manifestation of God's love. Just to remind you to feel that, not to practice any, just mechanically, just to practice with that feeling, I am connected. I'm not little I. Gurudev said, I'm not unripe I. He said, most of the time with the example of unripe sour mango. What does Vanaprastha mean in modern times? Any suggestions on how someone approaching this stage in life should live? The simple meaning of Vanaprastha is life of retirement, but not tired, serving without any expectation, along with sadhana. Am I clear? Vanaprastha in the ancient time was the time of retirement in 50s. Not to work beyond 50s. Then to do the main is service. Service without expectation with sadhana. Charitable service, helping others, because you have developed a lot of skill. Give to the society, give to humanity without any expectation. Without any expectation of return, because in job we had the expectation of the paycheck. But here nothing. If one is a doctor, taking care of sick people in a loving way without any... What happened during those days, there was no old age home. Here we call old age home, or what do you say? So then what happened to, because these retired people, they lived life in such a way, the society came forward to take care of them. Because the society saw their contribution. It was a very interlinked, not isolated life. You will tell in modern times what to do. You have to think yourself how you can, for example, in your own community, the place where you live, how you can give along with your sadhana to do something to come forward, not just sitting at home, watching television, chatting with people and doing little exercises. That's fine, but how much we can really give? Living is giving. If we really give, we are living. If we do not give, then living dead. I am deeply touched by your talk. Who am I? How can we incorporate self-inquiry in Kriya Yoga? Every breath. Do you know, every breath is the answer to who am I? Every breath is hamsa, soham, I am that, I am. So this is the answer to who am I in every breath. So every breath is self-inquiry, every breath is self-knowledge. If we are aware of breath, and if we are aware of breath as divine, is pulled in and out by divine, and life is divine. What are the best habits to develop, expand our discipline, expand our discipline and love for God? What you have learned, practice it. Again and again, I was telling someone, look, I've been talking the same thing again and again, but how much one is practicing? Where is the change? If there is no change, again the same emotion, same unhappiness. If there is real change, one will be really feeling inner fulfillment, not pointing finger towards other, not complaining, this, that. But we are 5 fingers, the world will be everything heterogeneous. But the 5 fingers are connected to one palm. So if I am a thumb or a middle finger or index finger, I will not complain about the middle or the other finger. They are. Just practice what you have learned. That habit. Watching breath, there is no any special technique. You have to practice it. There is, as I am telling you, I forgot, again I watched, again I forgot, again I forgot. Not that it was from the very day it was there. What was Baba's daily routine when Baba would spend the summer vacation locked up in an apartment, observing silence and meditating? But this was only one summer vacation. It was not all summer vacations. And do you know, from my childhood, I am quite a bit a disciplined and organized person. Sticking to routine. If I wanted to do something, I'll do it. What is the priority? I'll not neglect it. I'll tell a very simple example. If I did not want to read, nobody can convince me to read. When I was like this. And if I'm determined to read, nothing could distract me. For example, I'm at home. If I'm not willing to read, I will be just running behind my mother and sitting near her in the kitchen, taking her spoon and something, and she liked it, but you have to study. And if I'm studying, she has finished cooking, she would call, come, I finished cooking, take food, don't disturb. And she knew that she will not do it. So I love sweet like anything. I love, not that I loved. If you give sweet, for example, the sweet which I would take, not that any sweet. So I will take a little, but I'll not take more. Although for example, I took a lot of sweets before. So the thing is, if I decided not to do anything, watch your own weakness and work on it. My sharp intellect and intellectual accomplishments seem to be impeding my career progress. Please help me. When you know the problem, you know the solution. Be aware of your problem, because many times we admit the problem, then after that again we forget, again we go back to the same old way. You are only as happy as your saddest child. There is a saying. I don't understand this. What does it mean? Tell me, I'm asking you something. You are only as happy as your saddest child.
I think is referring to if one person has joy or happiness, the same proportion also has the sadness. I believe that's what it is.
Then it is written, as a parents, how can we love and support our children and still develop healthy detachment? So, do you know, first to understand, love is not attachment. Love is not obsession. Love is not just to be with someone whom you love and not allowing for example, you love a child. You love your own child and really you love. But you have to be detached to send the child to the school. If the child is not willing to go to school because of your love or love for the child, love of the child for you, you have to be very strict. No, you have to go to school. This is the example of detachment you have to practice in your life. No, this is to be done. Love is a very, how to say, difficult way to explain. If you really love, don't be attached. Don't be obsessed. Don't you if you love someone, it is inner feeling. It is not outer expression. And do not if you love the child, be very strict to the child. You have to study, you have to study. And this is detachment. But maintain your prayer for the child. Train the child to be good. Discipline the child when it is needed, but not in angry way. But what is the purpose of enlightenment? To drive away darkness? To drive away dark force within oneself, anger, ego, jealousy, these are the dark force to drive away. What do you recognize spiritual ego? And if you are under its claws, without you know it, you have it. So you're asking me? The ego takes it very personally. Do know? Is there not a chapter, I think, in understanding ego about spiritual ego, you read that book, Understanding Ego. Spiritual ego, do you know, I'll give you a very little example that I am a Swami. I should be treated well. One doesn't understand Swami means the master of the mind. Swami means the master. Master of emotion, master of is. Do you know who is the best master? Who is the best servant? Who is the best servant is the best master. You can understand from that. Do I need to practice other yoga to keep body fit? There is nothing wrong. To keep your body healthy, you can do some exercises. There is nothing wrong. But even while practicing other exercises, don't forget your real goal. The goal is not just body. Its body's vehicles should be kept in proper running condition. You know, and many people forget it, that the body should remain in proper running condition means we neglect our body a lot, young age, and when in growing up age or adult old age, we know that the body should be fit. At that time, there is trouble. We can't do too much. But don't forget your goal. Who is Lord Jagannath? Why does it take a bath? Who told you? Ask that person. I did not tell you about. So, Lord is, the word Lord is, we know, one who rules over, one who controls, one who has mastery, one who has authority. Jagat means the universe. And Natha means Lord. When you say Lord Jagannath, it is using the same word, Lord, Lord, 2 times. One who controls, regulates, having its own presence, it is Lord Jagannath. There are 2 places. One is in Puri, Lord Jagannath. One in Kashi, Lord Vishwanath. The meaning is the same. Vishwanath, Jagannath, the meaning is same. This body is Jagat. Jagat means the universe. This body is Jagat. In this body, in everybody, in this body, there is the presence of the Lord, the divine. Don't you know that your body is the temple of God? Deha devalaya praktaha. Upanishad, the Bible telling the same thing. The body is the temple of God. So, why does he take bath? Don't you take bath? Yes. So, wash your body. That is very good. But wash your mind. मन मैला और तन को धोए, फूल को चाहे कांटे बोए. There is a devotional song. Mind is dirty, I'm cleaning my body. I want to have flowers, but I'm sowing the thorns, seed of thorns. How can we best discern a true answer to our prayers or any divine message from our mind's delusion. Pray sincerely and don't expect anything. Pray. There is nothing wrong to, oh God, give me good health. Nothing wrong. God, give me peace in the family. Nothing wrong. Pray and do your duty as you should have done, but leave the rest to God. And don't be curious, is God answering my prayer or not? I have done my duty, then the rest is God's duty. God knows what is best for me. That's all. The parents know what is good for the child, but the child demands, I need this, I need this. There is a wish. If in a relationship a partner completely stops talking for years, what should the other partner do? It is such that one of the partners stopped all forms of communication, but other still wants to communicate, lacks courage. I pray for you. Be courageous. But if this is so, what type of relationship do you talk of? I smile. I smile. Ordinarily, people will expect smile in return, but I don't expect. While walking in the airport, smile. Some people smile back, some people ignore, some people look at it. I do smile, but I don't expect anything because walk smiling. Nowadays, I'm not talking. When I sat near somebody, I was the first person to talk. I said, good morning, good afternoon, how are you? Nowadays, I'm not talking. So I have a tag that in silence. Still then I write, how are you? At the end of the journey, sometimes I write, thank you to give the company while traveling. I write so that even if I'm talking of myself, so that is my relationship, even I don't get any response. I am experiencing visions while I meditate. How do I know they are from God? How do I interpret them? Avoid. I don't want any vision. I want your presence in me. I want to feel it. I want real change in me. I want to see it. Not any vision. Don't run after vision and don't interpret it. Don't run after listening to voice. People, and don't, because the voice will be telling something. Don't pay attention to it. So, please. Why do some yoga tradition cultivate energy at the base of the spine and direct it upwards? And why does? I don't know. I know only one path. I have worked, and I have experienced. So I have nothing to. What is the secret to your prolific writing success? Oh God, I become like this. I got a certificate. Do you know, I'm just following my Gurudev. That's all. Not, I can't say I'm following nicely with my all shortcomings, but I love my Gurudev. I follow him. What I told, I'm doing that. That's all. There is nothing secret. What is the practice you recommend when we have negative thoughts? As Patanjali said, it is very practical way. When a negative thought comes, put the positive thought. Pratipaksha bhavana. When anger comes, love. When I'm angry, I'm to love. Look at the mirror when you're angry and smile first. Then look at the gurus and tell, why am I angry? Gurudev said, when one couple came and complained that he's doing this, he's doing that, Gurudev said, do one thing, keep a picture of Hariharananda when he's shouting or screaming, show the picture of Gurudev. Gurudev told this, I was present there. So the same thing you do when you are alone, look at the picture of Gurudev. Oh, why am I becoming like this? Why am I behaving like this? Why am I talking like this? What are the best ways to deepen our compassion and love for God? Do you know, to deepen our compassion and love for God is to love your enemy. To love your enemy. Jesus said, if you can truly love your bitterest, the greatest enemy, you can, that is the best way. What is a good morning routine you recommend to start the day? A prayer. Gratitude. Each prarabdha karma need to be experienced in one's own life. I have read Guru Charitra. With Guru's grace, one can get relief from his or her prarabdha karma, but it requires Guru's grace. How can we get Guru's grace? Do you know, there is a devotional song in Hindi. सुनता हूं कृपा तेरी दिन रात बरसती है, एक बूंद तो जो मिल जाए. I hear that your grace is like shower, day and night it's showering. How to get it? I need a drop. Because you are having a rainy coat. Do you understand me? Even if it is showering day and night, you are having a rainy coat, not a single drop is falling on your body because it is, you have covered yourself with ego, arrogance, pride, jealousy, anger, all this. So how can you feel it? So be careful. Really, to deal with one's own negativity and everything can be destroyed. Prarabdha, everything, all karmas can be destroyed. But you have to be that. You teach to be good, to be compassionate. How do we overcome when someone has done something wrong to us? How to do? We set limits. If somebody has done wrong to us, eye for eye, there is a biblical saying, one blow for one blow. The thing is, first thing, I will not allow myself to be treated in the wrong way. This is one thing. But my attitude towards the person who did wrong, first thing, oh God, you help me to show the person's, I will not be bad to others like that person. And the person who has done wrong to me, I will pray for that person. Oh God, that person did this to me. I am not angry or upset with the person. I pray, let that person's heart, let there be more love, more kindness, more change. I will do this. Shri Gurudev's teaching, quoting from the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda, মার খায় আর প্রেম দিয়ে এমন নিতাই এমন গৌরাঙ্গ আর নাই রে, one who is hurt but he gives love. I am unable to focus during meditation. Could you please bless me and give me any tips to focus? Very simple thing, again and again. Breath is the best link with which you can practice as is taught. What is the easiest stage of Kriya 1? What? Please talk to the teacher directly. Isn't a contradiction that love is attachment and it we practice compassionate detachment? Love is not attachment, I told you. You misunderstood. Love is not attachment. Real love is detachment, but showering that flow. Do you know, there is a verse in Odia poem. Where is the moon and where is the lotus? How much they have, where is the moon and where is the lily? Or where is the sun and where is the lotus? And how much is their love? And when the sun rises or the moon rises, they bloom. So that is what love is. It is not just physical company, it is to feel the presence. Is there a reason as why it is related to Kriya Yoga? You can talk to some teachers here. How do we deal with people who are not humble beings? Be more humble. It is again about the technique. You can talk to any teacher directly. They will help you. How can one overcome a sadness, sorrow, and melancholy that feels it's not mine? Again, when sadness, sorrows come, what to do? Go for a speedy walk. Even in anger, if any strong emotion coming to you, just for few minutes, just go and walk very speedily. If it is not possible, just do some really, if your body is permitting. If it is not possible, look at the mirror. Look at your own face, how beautiful it looks. If it is not possible, look at the picture of the Guruji. So, what is the difference between being insecure and humble, or egotistical? Those who are insecure, they go to insurance. You understand me? You will say, what does it mean? Because you get some assurance that you are secured. Suppose it is health insurance, it is life insurance, it is, we have many different insurance. So if you are insecure, you insure yourself. God is our security, God is our strength, God is our father, mother, friend. Establish relationship with God. And if you really establish relationship with God, you will be humble. There is no other way. Because everything is God, nothing is mine. He has given everything to me. Nothing I can claim it is mine, nothing. It's all God. So there will be no ego. One who really connects oneself with God, you just think, what is God? Then we'll finish this class. God is everything. God is everywhere. God is in all are in God. God's presence is within me, God's presence is in all. How can I hate somebody? How can I be angry with somebody when God is there? So spiritual path is self-transformation. We have to change ourselves instead of trying to change others. Thank you all. Let us please close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and think of the masters. And let us pray, O God, O Guruji, help me to maintain the right attitude. Bless me so that I will be constantly pursuing to love you in every breath, in my thoughts, words, and activities. I will express my love everywhere I move or go. Help me to be more disciplined and organized, and not to allow the mind to make me weak. Guide me so that I will not be deviated from my goal. I bow to you again and again. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, prosperity, and progress. Om. Amen.